Hey guys, I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. And today I want to talk to you about toilet paper, right? Who would have ever thought that you would have such a hard time finding this stuff? I think that pretty soon this is going to be our currency, right? We're going to treat this like gold. We're going to start taking payments in toilet paper. I joked with a few people and said I think a lot of homes are going to be TP'd when all this is said and done. It seems so crazy, right? And what's worse is all this is coming down when we're all dealing with allergies. I had a sneezing fit on my way here this morning, and you think about if that would have happened even a week ago, 2 weeks ago, people in public would have probably just mostly ignored you. They may not have even thought about you sneezing or coughing into your elbow. You do that today, yeah, people are going to whip out Lysol like ninjas, and you're gonna be soaked.
Keep the doors coming, Charlie. I'm on a roll today.
George and I are like brothers. 2319! We have a 2319!
So, and in all seriousness, this virus has disrupted all of our lives, and we're all having to learn how to navigate this. And so, I wanted to share with you how we plan to adapt and move forward as a church. Obviously, there's a statement that we put out. You can go to our website; it's on our Facebook page, um, kind of explaining to you generally speaking, where we are and what we plan on doing as we move forward. Obviously, we're not meeting together on Sundays. And the thing is here that the ministry needs are still there, but how we fulfill those needs now, that has to look different. We have every intention on abiding by the CDC guidelines, and we will continue to do so because we're not the experts, right? We don't have all the answers, nor are we going to pretend to know better. Our community is taking a stand, and we're going to stand with our community. This is a moment of solidarity. We are we are a part of this community. We have an impact on this community, and we're going to continue to do so. And this is one of the ways that we can love our neighbors. Right now, I get the fact that there are some people who are not concerned about getting sick. And to those people, if you are one, I want to encourage you to consider this. If you're not concerned about being sick, think about it in this way. This isn't about you, right? Take into consideration other people who are concerned about being sick and those who are most vulnerable to this virus, and consider where they are and do what you can, okay, in light of that. I see there's some people out there who aren't concerned about being sick, but they're not taking into consideration other people. And this is a moment where, well, we do that. We're being challenged to love our neighbor in this way. And so consider those who are concerned about this and are most vulnerable, and how you respond to this. Do it in light of those, okay, as best as you can. Act responsibly. And I think the sooner that we all comply with what the experts are saying, the sooner things can return to some sense of normalcy and whatever that's going to look like. And so obviously things are different right now, so here are some of the things that we are going to try to do as we move forward. In situations like this, you have to think about what can you do immediately, and then once you have those things in place, then that opens the door to consider other options. And so that's kind of our approach and what we're going to do. Obviously, there's some things that we can do immediately. I want to tell you what I am going to do, what you can expect to see from me. I plan on uploading a message available for you every Sunday. And when it's uploaded, you will receive a notification that it is available. Now, these messages are going to be different. Some would say that these aren't necessarily preaching, and whatever that means. I'm not going to be on stage. The experience is going to be completely different. What I address and what I talk about going to be geared more towards our situations in which we find ourselves. This isn't an experience that we're going to try to duplicate from a Sunday gathering. Okay, we're going to try to meet you where you are in your homes and provide you with something to think about, something to encourage you, some way to challenge you through this situation. Okay, and I want to talk a little bit about that later on as I wrap this up. But so you can expect to receive a message from me every Sunday. For those who are interested in the class that I do on Sunday called The Life of Jesus, I have no intentions of stopping that. Now, how that's delivered, obviously, the platform that is used is going to be different. I haven't decided whether or not I was just going to go to audio recordings like a podcast of sorts, or if I'm going to do a video. I am going to think about that even more, and within the 24 to 48 hours, I'll make that decision, and that will be available to you. I plan on making that available to you next week, and then every week thereafter until we can come back together again. So I know that there's some people who are very interested in that, and I want to continue to provide that to you. I've thought about maybe doing a live stream when it comes to that class. Right now, the immediate option is to just record something and put it out there, and that may change as we move forward. We'll see what that looks like. Okay, something we might be able to do something more interactive, but for now, we're just gonna put it out there for you, and just to help even get your mind off of some of the things that are out there. And so. I also plan on doing a short video once a week, just throwing a message out there on Facebook and probably on our website, and just to encourage you, okay? Just some things, to challenge you, to help you think about, take your mind off of some of the stuff, and to focus on where you are and what you can do and how you can take advantage of the time that you have in these circumstances, right? Help you with perspective. And so that's what you can immediately count on me doing, okay, as we move forward. Obviously, before this virus, I met with a lot of people face to face. Most of that has to change now, but we have the technology to take advantage of that, right? We can do FaceTime, we can do Skype, we can do video chats and so forth. Who knows? Maybe the actual phone call will come back in. That being said, though, I can still meet with people one-on-one, and we can do this taking all the necessary precautions, like you having a full cleanse and a hazmat suit before you come into my office. Obviously, we could do this. Of course, that's a joke. You can laugh now. We can do this by still abiding by the recommendations of practicing social distancing. There's plenty of room in my office where we don't even have to come in. Not even close to 6 feet, right? We can go to the building, and I can be at one end of the foyer, and you can be at the other end of the foyer, and we can just scream at each other if you'd like. My point is we can do this. We can still do this safely if that is your desire. If you need someone to talk to, if you want to have a presence in a room, we can do that safely at this point. And so if you want to do that, again, please just let me know. We're making ourselves available as staff throughout the week. Obviously, taking the precautions that we need to take, but we're not locking ourselves up in a closet. We're going to take advantage of the opportunities and the resources that we have to continue to minister to you. And so I want you to know that those are some of the things that we are doing, and that's what you can expect from me. When it comes to the future, and as this progresses, and our desire here is to stay connected, and so we may have to do more and more things to stay connected and engage with one another. And so we'll consider other opportunities for maybe some online interactions through Facebook and Facebook Live and YouTube, live streaming. There's Google Hangouts. There's other things that we'll try to take advantage of. We're going to explore those and see what's available and implement whatever we're going to try some things, and they might fail, they might not go as well, and that's going to be okay. But we'll keep trying, and we'll keep figuring out ways to do this. We have the technology. We're in such a good place right now where we can take advantage of what we have to stay connected and engaged. We can do this, and we can do this together. And so we're going to be exploring all sorts of different options to help us do this. Obviously, Beverly and Zach are doing the same. They've been in contact with parents and with the teens, and they're concerned about staying connected and helping you walk through this, right? We're all on this journey together, and it's going to be this situation makes that extremely, extremely obvious that we're in this together, that we need to be in this together, and I think that when all is said and done, we can come out on the end of this much stronger and much closer. But here's the thing. We're facing something we have just never faced before, right? We're trying to do things in a way we have never done them. Remember this. The goal here is to stay connected. That's the goal. To help us do that, we're going to have to do a whole lot of online communication, right? You're going to continue to receive communications from us through email. We've implemented a blast texting system. Hopefully you've got that text and received a statement that was put out by the leadership here. Through that, obviously Facebook, most of our people are on Facebook and use that platform, so that's the platform we're going to use. If we need to take advantage of other platforms, we will, if that's helpful to you. But here's the thing. While you're receiving communications from us, I want to encourage you to reach out to people around you. Here's the thing. If we all wait for everybody else to reach out to us, there's no reaching out. there's no connecting. So I want to encourage you to reach out to other people within North Point community, within our family. Reach out to your neighbors. Reach out to your coworkers and friends and family. Reach out to those who are most vulnerable in this as well. Remember this. Sometimes in situations like this, the smallest act, something that would have seemed maybe even pointless to you before this situation, in these moments, in these situations, those are the most valuable things, and they can make the biggest impact. And so, look, sending out just a text, making a phone call, just reaching out in some way can go a long way. Okay, so I want to encourage you to do that. Encourage you to reach out to people, checking in on them, and in doing so, it's a way that we demonstrate how we love our neighbors and we're in this together. And so, our goal moving forward is to try and do whatever it takes to stay connected, to love one another, and to lean and to help each other trust in God, in this situation. And this is a part of how we can be a light in the world. There are some other things that we're doing that you're going to hear about, how we're trying to further minister to the community. We have purchased through some of our suppliers, in bulk sanitizing, cleansing chemicals or things that'll help keep things sanitized. If you need that, toilet paper, which, believe it or not, was very difficult to find even with our suppliers. But we're doing some of that, maybe trying to put together some care packages for people. People are going to be hit financially with this, and we need to hear from you. If you need help, you need to let us know, because we want to be here to help you. Okay, on Facebook, we have put a post on our Facebook page and kept it static, and we'll keep it static, where if you have a need, you can post it there. And if you're someone who wants to help fulfill a need of someone else, go on Facebook and let people know what you're willing to do, whether it's pick up groceries, go pick up medications, whatever it is. If you're willing to make phone calls or have conversations with people, let them know there, and you guys can connect with one another on that page. Again, that's just one platform that can be used, and one example of how we can do this together as we move forward. So, again, the message here is to stay connected and do whatever we can to do that. Okay, and so before I leave you, I want to give you one final message. It's situations like this. We stand in solidarity and we move forward together. And I believe that we can come out in the end of this much stronger and much closer together. I want you to consider something that Peter said. In 1 Peter chapter 1, Peter says, "Praise be to the God and Father of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So according to his abundant, overflowing mercy, he has begotten us." We've been born again to a living hope by the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. The resurrection counts for something, right? The resurrection tells us that there's something more going on here. Notice what he says. It's and what it does is it gives us hope. It brings hope into the picture. Now, the word hope here is not the word that we typically use for like wish, like I hope this happens or hope that happens. The Greek word here literally has to do with trust and expectation. And so when we have hope, we have trust, and because of that trust, we expect certain things to happen. Now, what's interesting about this word hope is that it's part of that trio that will always remain, right? Faith, hope, and love. And it's faith, hope, and love that helps us through things like this. If you continue to go through what Peter says in 1 Peter 1, where he says, you've been born again to a living hope by the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, to an inheritance that is undying, enduring, everlasting. And he says, you are being guarded and shielded, right, by your faith to receive this. And that whole concept, he says, is something you like. It's something you rejoice in. Though right now, in this moment, you're going through some hard times, right? You're struggling, you have some things you're facing. It's difficulties. And in these difficult times, your faith is being tested. And he says that test of your faith is more precious than gold, right? In these difficult times, your faith is being tested. But it's through these tests that your faith can grow stronger. And as a result, your love for Jesus, right, grows deeper. And we are in such a time as this, right? Such a time that they were facing. Obviously, the circumstances are a little bit more difficult, but they're still trying. There's still things that test us. There are things that are putting our faith is being, demonstrated and expressed. Our trust in God, our dependence in God is being demonstrated and expressed. Our love for God and our love for people, it's being demonstrated and expressed. Okay, and we're in a time where we're being tested, and we it's all about perspective. Okay, it's all about perspective. We can look at this as the worst thing that has ever happened, or we can look at this as a way to lean into God and to lean into one another. We can look at this as a way to demonstrate our love for God and our love for one another. Okay, and this has the power to pull us together, to pull us closer to God, even in the midst of social distancing. We know this to be true, and our approach to this is in light of this reality. And I truly believe that we can do this together. So grace and peace to you, my friends, and stay safe and healthy, and I'll talk to you soon.